Hi, this is Leah Meisner from the Learning Network. We're in A242 with Catherine Cardona today, the facilitator for the Self-Directed and Reflective Learning workshop. So Catherine, what were some of the topics that interested you about your presentation?
Well, since I'm a psychology student, I really looked at the behavioral characteristics of the student and tried to help them understand what kind of weaknesses and strengths that they had in order to better succeed in their academics. So I looked at the behavioral characteristics of them.
Oh, perfect. Because you're a psych major, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Think back to when you were a first-year student. If you had attended a workshop on the topic you presented, what do you think you would get out of it? What was your reaction?
I would have better understood what self-directed learning is and reflected learning, and I would have been able to identify what I was good at, what I wasn't good at, and how I had to learn from them to better excel in everything.
Oh, okay. What were the challenges that you faced as a facilitator?
Well, being the facilitator, you have to talk in front of multiple people and be very knowledgeable on the subject. And my presenting skills is one of my weaknesses, and I now know that, and I've identified it. So that was kind of a daunting idea for me, but now having done it and gotten through it, I feel that much more stronger about the whole process.
Right. So what were some of the expectations you had for the workshop?
I was expecting and hoping the students would enjoy it and benefit from it, and they'd be able to understand what the factors were, and they'd be able to look within themselves and understand what they need to do to benefit from school.
What can some of the students who attended your workshop take away?
They'd be able to understand what self-directed and reflected learning is, and what their strengths and weaknesses were, and how they can apply those to their classes and try to do their best, and whether they're visual learner, auditory learner, and go on with those.
And did you learn what your learning style was?
Yes, I'm a visual learner, so my textbooks were filled with highlighting, and I have cue cards, and I'm just constantly going through them.
Right. Did you learn anything about yourself during the workshop process?
I learned, like I said before, that presenting was a little bit scary for me at first, but once I interacted with the students and got to know them, they got to know me, it was much more easy, and I just went with it.
Great. Would you recommend the experience to anyone who wants to get involved in it?
Yes, of course. Overall, it was a very beneficial experience, and I learned so much about presenting and about self-directed and reflected learning and about myself.
All right, thanks. This has been Leah and Catherine in A242 for the Learning Network.